Hey everybody, welcome back to Rough Cut and Restored. We're finally going to finish up this 79 K20 cab skin today, and I hope you guys stick around and see how the final product turns out. Give you a quick walk around here and let you see some of the stuff we've dealt with. This is that crushed down corner that was real bad. Got that pulled up and she's ready for primer now. Come on around here to the front. Here's your factory seam. These are usually brazed up in the factory. Got that all smoothed out, ready for primer. Move on down this post here, and there's a hole drilled through this post. Had some kind of a light, probably, from the previous owner. I'm guessing he had a light on it, kind of like you'd have in a police car or something like that. And they had this little patch over that hole right there. I went ahead and took that off and welded in a piece of metal. Got that smoothed out, so it's ready for some primer now. And then there's a few little spots down there next to the corner, and then again over right in here where there's a couple little pits in there of rust, and I got them all cleaned out. Got some epoxy put in them, smoothed them up a little bit. There wasn't anything rusted through, but a few spots starting there, so we got them took care of. And then these drain holes on all corners here are real nice and clean, and everything. I blowed them out with the air gun so the water can go through there no problem. Got this other cab seam here worked out. And then across the back of the cab here, there was a little bit of a crease. And when I was pushing on it, I thought I'd be able to push that to where it popped that crease all the way out. And then I wound up pushing in the wrong spot, and it actually pulled a little bit more of a crease in it. So I changed positions on the porta power I had in there and pushed a little different. Got a lot of it out, and then I had to go ahead and put some studs in there to finish getting that out of there. But that's worked out good enough and ready for some primer now. Started running into some little dings all over this thing when I was going around just trying to get everything ready for some primer, and then I had to stop myself and be like, was I gonna fix everything on this truck and repaint the whole thing, or was I just trying to get the top on it? Because overall this truck's not terrible bad shape. It's not just rotted out or anything. It's got a few dings here and there. This paint job's basically just a clear coat over what was there, so there's still plenty of problems underneath there a guy could deal with. And I think the truck looks good enough. I just want to blend this back in and roll with it for a while. I'm not ready to completely restore this truck now anyway. Just want to clean it up, make it look a little better. So we're gonna go ahead and get this top primered up and try to get some paint on it. See if I can match this patina job up. rattle can primer. Doesn't matter how long you let it dry, it's still gonna plug up your sandpaper unless you use a wet sandpaper and sand it wet. A lot of these rattle can fill primers, they seem to plug up your sandpaper if you try to dry sand. I don't know really why that is, but about every time I've tried to use rattle can primer, it winds up having to be a deal where I have to wet sand it, because dry sanding it just plugs every piece of paper I get. So I guess we're gonna have to go this route. So I was trying to think of if there was any time when I actually took spray can primer and was gonna do an automotive finish over spray can primer, you know, with the actual base coat, clear coat and all that, and not just rattle canning the whole deal. And I can't remember a time when I've ever done that. So I've always used automotive grade primers on all my paint jobs. And this thing, I was just gonna do a quick blend back into what they had going on, so I really didn't care. Even my paint that I'm gonna use on this is pretty old, but I can tell you by sanding this primer and fiddling with this stuff, I think it, even though if I thought it was more convenient or whatever, I think the next time I run into something like this, I'd just go to the paint store and buy my actual primer and stuff that I'm used to using, because this spray can stuff's pretty junky if you ask me. If you haven't been on our channel to check out our merchandise yet, you need to get on there and get you a shirt and a hat. We got this truck pulled out of the shop now. Looks like that blue paint that I had in my cabinet was a different paint code than what this truck was. I've had it around for a couple years and wanted to get it used up. Really wasn't too awful concerned about the match. I would have liked it to be a little bit closer than that, but the main thing was to get a new top put on it and get the windshield replaced. The last truck I did, I replaced the windshield myself, and I've done a few others in the past, but the last one took me 2 tries and wound up spending more money than I should have by buying a second glass. So I think I'll just call the local glass man and have him come out and put this one in. But it's getting a little closer to being able to drive it now. And if you take a look back at the first video I done on this, when I was pulling that top off there, you can take a look and see how bad the damage was to start with. So I think it's a definite improvement, and we'll just keep working our way forward on this truck. Still not sure whether I'll completely redo the body and repaint this truck one day or not, but I did want to get that smashed down top fixed and get a new windshield in it so I could drive it around and use this truck more, and it would look a whole lot better with that top fixed.